What's up guys, Blade Master here, going to be bringing you round 1 game 1 of the Domination tournament. The Egyptians are attacking the Seleucids in this match. They have decided to invade Seleucid territory. They're going to be attacking the Seleucids in Arabia Magna, which in this case means that one of the two maps is in Eudaimon. Egypt is commanded by Narwal van der Zee in this instance, and he's going to be attacking a defensive Seleucid force commanded by Skinnyboy 564. Pretty interested, very interested to see how this match is going to go. More so for how this tournament is going to go. If they win, they get to conquer this province, and that brings with it a whole bunch of advantages and brings them one step closer to winning the tournament. If you want to win the tournament, you have to control a bunch of provinces, if I recall correctly. I need to recap the rules considering I'm playing in the tournament as well. But yeah, as for the match, let's take a look. This is Narwal van der Zee's build. He's brought 4 Nubian spearmen. He's brought a couple of Thuria spears, I believe, on the flanks, yes. And he's got 2 light cavalry mixed in with 2 Egyptian cavalry. He's got 3 Egyptian slingers whom he's moving onto his right flank immediately and choosing to focus fire on one Eastern slinger brought by Skinnyboy 564. We have a total of 4 Thorax swordsmen as a main line and a Galatian Royal Guard on the right flank, very powerful infantry. Yeah, 1 Galatian Royal Guard. This one even has a single experience upgrade. And we have a solitary carry and axeman general. Pretty flimsy general, but I guess he wanted to save some money. I would have rather seen at the very least, a Royal Peltis general, but we all know since this is not in Blade Balance, this is just regular old Rome 2, Royal Peltis are actually pretty terrible. So we have a couple of Eastern slingers brought by Skinnyboy 564. We've got Thuria spear and a solitary levy pike up in front, 2 levy pikes in a sort of staggered formation. We've got Thuria spear on each flank. We've got Median cav, I would suspect, 4 Median cav, and we have 3 hillmen and silver shield swordsmen, 3 silver shield swordsmen, a shield bearer general, okay, and a couple of Eastern javelin men who are going to be sort of like the last line, and they're just going to be firing their 41 missile damage javelins from way behind. Thuria spear going to fire into enemy Thuria spears. They're going to actually pull back, and then the Median cap is going to take the brunt of that damage. But they are going to charge into medium mass infantry, which means they'll do a certain bit of damage, not too much. Get only 3 kills, inflict a lot of HP damage, pull through, and then they can actually charge into the slingers, but they choose to pull around. The Egyptian slingers have gotten quite a bit of kills so far because the Eastern slingers themselves, while they are high damage slingers, they don't have good shields at all, so they won't do very well in a skirmish engagement. Here he's popping the levy pikes into pike phalanx, and Narwal van der Zee manages to pull away at the last second. No, he doesn't. Does he? No, he doesn't. No, does he? The Median cav are going to chase after the Egyptian cavalry. Both of them are medium mass, so they will be able to catch some of them, maybe. But the Nubian spearmen, the light Nubian spearmen, the super quick Nubian spearmen with their 20 bonus versus infantry, versus cavalry, will actually do a fair bit of damage if they actually catch them. But as for the flank engagement, somehow the Thuria spears the Egyptian Thuria spears, of course, doing badly. Hillmen have come into support, but a Galatian Royal Guard is going to mop up this engagement. Not really the most high value targets for the Galatian Royal Guard, but they're going to chew through them without taking too many casualties in any case. The levy pikemen forced into aggressive combat, and they are going to catch these Nubian spearmen, but they are going to lose a lot of men. You can see the pikes, actually some of the pikes don't drop, and they are forced into hand-to-hand combat, which means the Nubian spearmen will actually get a few kills. Meanwhile, precursors abound, and the levy pikeman is basically destroyed there. Nubian spearmen with rapid advance get a good charge in and get 5 kills on Median cavalry right off the charge. Excellently done. And they are going to mop up the cavalry engagement in the favor of Egypt, in the favor of Narwal van der Zee. And the carry and axemen behind the general being put to good use. Galatian Royal Guard have mopped up, getting 156 kills without losing any men. And then here the levy pikemen, they're about to pop them into... this is a fast charge Nubian spearman. They charge right into the front of pikes, but still managed to get in up close and personal with the pikes. And here the Nubian spearmen managed to get another rapid advance charge. Very great use of his Nubian spearmen here by Narwal Vandersea. He can actually pull back his Egyptian cavalry here, and the Nubian spearmen will do a decent enough job. But he's bringing Thorax swordsmen and Galatian Royal Guard, and the Silver Shield swordsmen here. They are going to, you know what? Let me just pause this. I want to take a quick screenshot. Silver Shield swordsmen against Thorax swordsmen. Silver Shield swordsmen look almost exactly like the Thorax swordsmen, as you can see here, but they have just this purple robe behind them, kind of like the Praetorian Guard kind of tunic. This guy's the guy in the middle is like, "You guys, what are you doing? Both of you are in the same army." No. One guy just forgot to bring his tunic. Let's see. So that's Silver Shield swordsman versus Thorax swordsman. And the Silver Shield swordsman should do a decent enough job. They have the elite, not the elite, they have the regular barbarian sword. Good charge bonus. Decent enough stats overall, but just a bit too expensive for their cost effectiveness. So Thuria Spear is going to do a good job here against the solitary Egyptian cavalry, but the Galatian Royal, these are just regular Thorax swordsmen, who are still going to do a good job mopping up the Median cav. Where's the other Galatian Royal Guard? They're behind. They haven't done anything yet. This Thorax swordsman about to get a clean charge onto Silver Shield, but they're going to pull back at the last instant. Silver Shield swordsman here going to do a good job against mop up the Thorax swordsman. Actually, those are one of the few engagements that the Silver Shields will do well in. The Shield Bearer has not done very well against the Galatian Royal Guard. The Galatian Royal Guard has just cleaned house here. They've gotten a double XP chevron, 229 kills. Shield Bearers can never, hold their weight against enemy elite tier infantry. The best they can do is hold out for a long time, which granted they can do very well. But meanwhile, the Egyptian slingers are getting crucial shots into the flanks of the Silver Shield swordsman. Just great play here by Narwal Vandersea. He is, no offense to Skinnyboy 564, but he's been outplayed in this match. The Egyptian slingers are inferior slingers to the Eastern slingers, but they've been used well by through smart early game positioning, and he's using them at literally the best scenarios, getting flank shots onto the enemy general, into the unshielded side of the enemy general. And here the Silver Shield swordsman going to tank out. The mainland has done very well for Skinnyboy 564, and they have to do well against Thorax swordsmen. They cost a fair bit more than the Thorax swordsmen, but they are going to take a long time before the Thorax swordsmen are dead. And meanwhile, it's with the help of the Egyptian slingers, with the help of the Carian axemen, this Galatian Royal Guard, this highly aggressive Galatian Royal Guard, as you can see by the weapon damage, the charge bonus, and the melee attack of them, have just completely crushed the flanks of Skinnyboy 564, which is a very classic way, very barbarian melee rush-esque way of winning an engagement against a Hellenic army. You just hold out. Usually, actually, in a classic barbarian engagement, they'd literally win out everything. They'd win out the flanks. They'd win out the main line. In this case, the main line has been won by the Silver Shield swordsmen purely because of their quality. But the flanks have been crushed by the Galatian Royal Guard. But here the Carian Axeman actually is getting into an engagement they really don't want to get into. They're going to get slaughtered by the Silver Shield swordsmen. Granted, the Egyptian slingers are going to get, all three of them are probably going to get single XP chevrons at the end of this. But they can only do so much. The general might just die. But the Galatian Royal Guard do have Inspire, don't they? Yeah, they have Inspire. So that's going to prove to be pretty crucial for the... and the Thorax swordsmen themselves have okay morale, and they're disciplined too. So it's not the end of the world. The light cavalry have actually gotten a single XP chevron. My apologies for not covering them, but I've just been mesmerized by the Galatian Royal Guard just mopping up house. Holy shit, 373 kills, triple XP chevron, going to get into the rear of the Silver Shield swordsman, get a bunch of high value kills. They are basically the MVP of this game. This Thorax swordsman going to come into a very weird columnar formation into the rear of the Silver Shield swordsman, and here the Thorax swordsman charging into Silver Shields. That's the thing, Silver Shields just don't trade very cost effectively. I mean, look at the type of units that they've fought up against, and they still haven't done too well in very straight up frontline engagements. And the Nubian Spearmen, another cool unit that was used very well by Narwal Vandersea. And the Median Cavalry, one of the few remaining Median Cavalry, to his credit, Skinnyboy 564 he used his cavalry well. I think he did. I think he used his cavalry pretty well, like the early game, charging into the Thuria spears and then moving up. But he missed a crucial opportunity in killing off some of these Egyptian slingers. Look at how much damage they've done. These are incredibly cheap slingers, and they've destroyed a lot of units. Killed off shield bearers, helped kill off a lot of Silver Shield swordsmen, and that's just completely unacceptable for a unit that costs so much and that is just so terrible in quality. The fact that they got so many kills is, yeah, that's mind-boggling. Thuria Spears here, army losses, they're wavering now. They're just about ready to rout, and it looks like a very decisive initial victory for Seleucids, and might be a bit of desync. I don't know, because it looked like this Thorax Swordsman literally just pulled straight through them. They didn't even have an attack on it. It looks like, but costly victory for Narwal van der Zee, but in his credit, he did everything right. You can see this. Oh my God, 402 kills in the Galatian Royal Guard, 142. Look at this one. Hasn't lost. You probably lost like 5 men at the end of the day. One of the light cavalry was used pretty well, but I think the use of the Egyptian slingers and the critical use of the Nubian spearmen probably won him the day. Using rapid advance and then catching the enemy cavalry was a very smart decision. All in all, they didn't get too many kills on cavalry, but these kills could be pretty big. I mean, they could have been on their way to an experience chevron if these kills were purely cavalry kills. In terms of Skinnyboy's build, I think he suffered from the misconception that bringing 2 pikes is okay. Bringing any pikes is okay in Rome 2. If you're going with Seleucids against Egypt, what would I do? I'd probably bring Median Cav was a good choice. Bringing 4 Median Cav was a good choice. I would bring some more Eastern Slingers, and I would definitely just destroy the Egyptian cavalry by trading with them. I don't know what he was doing at the initial engagement. Wouldn't bring Hillman, and they didn't really do too well. I would bring would I bring an Egyptian? Would I bring a Syrian armored elephant? I probably wouldn't. What else would I bring? Let me just take a look at. Let me see if there's actually. Let me just take a quick cheeky look if there's any blade balance battles going on. No. No. Wrecked. Oh God, headshot. Let's see. Seleucids. Royal Peltist, Silver Shield Swordsman, Shield Bearers. I would try and utilize the Eastern Spearmen, and I would honestly just bring some slingers and Persian archers. Persian light archers could help out. Horse skirmishers could be pretty useful. Could have killed off some of the light cavalry there. But besides that, Egypt definitely has their number. The Thorax Swordsmen, not great infantry. But yeah, you kind of are in that sort of weird scenario where if you're with Seleucids, you just don't have as good of a roster as Egypt, because the big thing that Seleucids have are the Syrian armored elephant and the Indian armored elephant. Egypt, if I can take a look at them here, have 1 javelin wielding unit, 2 javelin wielding units, and they've got their usual skirmish roster. They also have some 3 javelin wielding units. They also have some very good anti-cavalry units in the mercenary Kushite spearwomen, shield women. They have much better infantry in the Galatian Royal Guard. So yeah, they basically have the number. The Median cavalry can do a good job against Egyptian cavalry. Egyptian cavalry are not great units, but the Median cavalry themselves are pretty flimsy too. So with the spear support that Narwal displayed so well in this game, I wouldn't expect Seleucids to really win out in that engagement too. So it just boils down to a better army, better roster for Egypt, better army brought by Narwal, and better tactics shown by Narwal too. Pretty decisive first engagement, but all is not lost for Seleucids. Skinnyboy's ally, so each team has two people. He still has to play against the Egyptians. So let's see if they can somehow defend their homeland that way. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this battle, and stay tuned for more. Peace.